that should be working. Yeah, sweet. Okay, so let's click this one. Okay. Looks like we are live. Okay, so we've got our gloves on already. Seems like the stream quality is okay, I think. I'm not too sure though. We'll be back now. got this package here. It should have 2 controllers in. So let's have a look. There's one. And there's 2. Neither have back covers, but look at it. But they seem to be packaged fairly well, so that's pretty good. Get this open. We'll have a look at this one first. There's some greasy looking thumbsticks. It's got a sticker that I'm going to have to remove as well. So I think I'll do that sticker first. I will be back. I'm just going to quickly heat that with a hairdryer. Okay. Oh, hi there. Yeah, this is a fairly clean controller. The lights and exposure is fairly high as well, so everything does look a little bit cleaner than it is. This doesn't want to come up as is, it's normal. Taking into a bit more heat, but it should be okay. I've got plenty of them. Just pull it off with the tweezers. Yeah, I should have heated this for a bit longer, I think. It's kind of up there. Just let me know if the streaming quality and the audio is okay and everything as well, because I have not really tested it at all. So we'll put this to the one side for a minute. We do have a sheath of them here though, so we can always just put a new one on. So we're just going to need to grab a screwdriver. But actually, before I open this, I should probably test it to see what's actually wrong with it. That would probably just be a smart thing to do. Okay, so it's powered on. That's a good sign. And it vibrated. So we'll just check if I've got the gamepad tester open, which I do. So I can switch over to that. Okay, apparently neither of the triggers work. I think there's an issue with this. It just said device ready. Let me try unplugging it and plugging it back in. Oh. Well, nothing at all seems to be working on this controller. detecting that the controller is plugged in and is vibrating. This trigger doesn't push down at all, the right one. And we're not getting anything on any of the buttons. So that's not good. Maybe we'll test it to see if it is Bluetooth. I'll switch back over to the overhead camera. This looks fine. We'll have a quick look at this under the microscope though, just to make sure. And I will then do a test of the batteries to see if the Bluetooth is working. See if we can get that in focus a little better. Well, that looks in good condition to me. Because normally there's like a clasp on one of the sides. Can't even see which side it on is, so I think it would be this side. And that looks fine. So we will try some batteries quickly. I just need to find some. Oh, I think I have 2 batteries right here. Perfect. So we've got 2 batteries here. I'll plug these in. Oh, so if I plug them in the right way around. Guess it's powering on. I now need to connect to Bluetooth. So I'm just quickly connecting this to the computer with Bluetooth. And I will switch back over to Gamepad Tester and see if anything. Oh, okay. This answers that question, I guess, then. So all the buttons are working. Well, I say all. The right bumper is not working at all. I'm pressing it and there's no click happening. It feels really stiff. So we'll take that part and have a look, and we'll have a look at the USB port just to see what is going on there. Let's switch back down to the top-down camera. Oh, hello JFX. How are you doing? How's the video and audio looking? Is it okay? I picked a relatively difficult one to start with on this. I was hoping it'd be just a stick drift issue, to be honest. Okay, that's good, that's good. I wasn't too sure if it'd be okay, because I haven't listened to the audio quality or anything, and my internet's not great. I think I've got like 2 or 3 bars on my Wi-Fi on this computer, so I thought it might be a bit laggy. I have still not set up any of them like Streamlabs or any of that kind of thing yet. So I will be cleaning these off in an ultrasonic cleaner. Oh, okay, this has been opened before. Even though the sticker looked in perfect condition. If we have a look at this wire here, it is soldered on from the inside. When they come out the factory, they soldered this top grey one on here. So it was soldered from this side, so it doesn't get fouled by the trigger. Let me put these screws to one side so I don't lose them. Oh. Okay. So we'll take that out. Yeah, that's definitely no factory. Soldering looks good though. Well, I can see maybe on the ground on this one here. But I could pull up the scope to show you that. It's a good job of soldering, whoever did solder them, if they did change the sticks. The only one that looks a bit irregular to me is maybe that ground there and that one there, from what I'm used to seeing. Problem is, if there is an issue with the USB port, I don't have a hot air station yet. I have ports ready though, just because I was making an AliExpress purchase and I thought, you know, I might as well get them. So I'm going to get a hot air station at some point soon, a cheap one. Okay, I've got some yellow error popping up on my screen. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's the same microscope as Joey uses, but it's the size down. So I think rather than being 4K, I think it's 3K as well. It is Tom Love. I'll put it down in front of the overhead camera now so you can see. Hopefully everything's working. I seem to have something like a yellow error thing showing on the stream. It just says like YouTube is not, I think it says responding. I can't quite see. So hopefully that's all okay. Okay, so I wanted to have a look at the bumper, didn't I? It's this one here, I have to remember. So that's the right bumper. Yeah, I managed to get it at Christmas time as well when Joey had some like promo code or discount code. So I got 10% off as well, so I was really happy with that. I've only like super needed it. Okay, that's good, everything's still working fine. I've only had one job that I actually needed a microscope for. Like it's handy for other stuff, but it was a trace repair on this part of the board here on my little brother's controller, and they were just all gone. I had to like try and solve the, I don't even know where it's gone now. Oh yeah, this wire, 0.10 millimeter wire, and there was no way I was doing that without a microscope. Okay, so the button, I'm hoping I can fix the controller. Well, let's do some testing, maybe with a multimeter. So I'll get the board out and desolder these quickly. I don't know if everything looks okay or if it's too bright. I can't quite tell. I've got it on manual focus as well. Just going to be using this tip. I did get some other tips the other day, but I have not used. Well, I used one for about like 2 seconds. Yeah, I was having issues. I did see on some YouTube tutorials, so with some guy recommending like getting a blade and kind of like scraping it back first on the tip, or most of it, and then trying to burn it off. But yeah, I just butchered out to stay afraid. Just soldering iron until something stuck. This one, I feel like they sent me the wrong one because I'm sure I ordered not a KL, KU or K something. It was meant to be like a smaller one because this is, I think, the same size as the one I'm using. But I've then got a JS02 and a BC2. But I do need some smaller tips because trying to reach in some of these spots is a bit difficult. I might actually try using the BC2 for these just to see if it's any better. But I'm so used to using this tip. I'm being like really stubborn. So let me just quickly knock off the iron. I'll give the other tip a go. What is it? Yeah, this is a Quickcore T12952 station. It's quite a cheap one, but it does really well. I'll show the one I was using before this now. 1 second. I struggled with this one for ages, but I never done any like circuit board stuff. It was like, well, I say circuit board stuff. I done like ESP32s, LEDs, you know, tinning wires. So it was okay enough. And I struggled through 2 Xbox controllers using this other station. I'll get in there. Oh, hi, close leg. It's nice to. Okay, Andy's got that one too. Nice. It's nice to see another person, another familiar face popping in. Bear with me 2 seconds. I'll just quickly show the other soldering station. And this is why whenever anybody asks about like a soldering station, I tell them just don't get this one. It was this soldering station here and a dish sponge, basically. I struggled with that for ages. So I used on about 350. God knows if it was actually 350. And I've used this solder too. Like, it's a good brand, but look how thick that is. That is a thick boy. Especially compared to the solder I'm using now. This is like a 6040, I think. And it's got good flux. Can't even find the end of my solder right now. Ah, there it is. Yeah, the quick way is on another level. It's ridiculous. I should literally just like put it on and go and like do something for 10 minutes and then come back and wait for it to be heated up. Yeah, that's the difference in solder I'm using now. So yeah, I upgraded to this better solder and a better iron. And yeah, things became a million times easier. Because like this soldering iron, I think I paid like maybe 20 odd pounds for it. And then I got this separately to hold like the bits and stuff. Something seems to be smoking there. Okay, stop now. Yeah, this is 6337, this one. I got it from Amazon as well, but on Amazon they don't show the front, they only show pictures of it like this. I think it's because maybe like lead is hazardous or something. Maybe Amazon doesn't allow it. It doesn't say mechanic anywhere either. It says something like other name. Yeah, the well is still decent. I just probably wouldn't use it on this, but yeah, it's really nice solder. It's just really thick and not good for circuit boards. Even though I could probably use it for flooding these before using, is it two? Got one of these attachments because I don't have an hot air station. And it just helps if you like tin and flood these with like some leaded solder beforehand. And to get them off. So, oh, I just realized I put the wrong tip on. But maybe I'll give this a go. I've never used this tip at all. It's not the one I was looking for to do this job. But we will give it a go. I can't even find the end of my solder again. I should get one of them solder stands. I think Nano's got one. I've seen him using one. Yeah, the joystick adapter, yeah. Yeah, they're a must-have. I struggled otherwise. I know you can use like copper to do it, like a piece of like 1mm copper or something like that, and bend it around, tack them, and then heat it. But because I seem to be doing it like repeatedly, just because it's the only thing I feel confident repairing and parting with at the moment, I thought it was worth getting it. Don't think it cost me much, 12, maybe £15. So yeah, it was a worthwhile investment. I'm gonna put my extractor fan on. Yeah, I'm in the UK, yeah. This is my next level extractor fan. It is 2 computer fans. I don't know if I can get the power cable to come up here. Maybe we can. Oh, hi Tans, welcome. Like a DC adapter there. The yellow wire is like the signal wire. And then a switch. And this is just like a carbon filter. What solder stand? What do you mean there? I've got like, is this what you mean for solder stand? Like to hold the iron? Because I've got one of them and I've got something to hold the boards. It's not the best, I need to find a better one, because these are really like awkwardly shaped PCBs. I just don't like to go in there. And I do have a helping hand somewhere. This one. But I use that when I'm using this bit, because it doesn't fit in the holder then. And it gets really hot, so I just pop it on there. Oh, that's all good. I appreciate the offer. I'll probably just pick one up on AliExpress at some point. Well, yeah, the smaller bit is definitely much easier to maneuver in these areas. Not quite getting the like the thermal transfer that I'm used to getting though with the larger bit. And I think I might need a little bit more solder on the tip, maybe. Okay, that's not melting the same way I'm used to. I'm assuming this is a really small point on the end. Oh, okay, I'll have to look into that, the DualSense one, if it works. I really want to get a 3D printer just so I can like do stuff like that. I was thinking about making like some wall panels to cover some like trunking and wires on the wall. But I want it to be removable. And I was thinking, well, if I put magnets to make it removable and I stick that to the paint, they're just gonna fall off. And I was like, oh, if I had a 3D printer, I could print like a little bracket that the magnets go in, and then you can screw into the wall, and then the same, you can countersink into whatever panel I'm putting up. Yeah, I'm always having like little ideas like that, but it's like they're quite expensive. The printer I was eyeing up was the Bamboo Labs one. Is it the one with the AMS? It's quite expensive though. just because I've read the ones with the enclosures are like better for printing certain filaments because they can like maintain their temperature better or something. But I keep spending money on like other random stuff instead. Yeah, I love doing DIY stuff as well. Like spring is coming now, so I'm quite excited. There's a lot of stuff I've got to finish outdoors as well. And I'm thinking I might eventually get like a face cam, so I might do something and make behind me look a bit prettier. If I do, I'll probably record that. Yeah, I see them. I think the non-sale price is like maybe like 800 or something, and I think they go up to like down to like 600, is there, or something? But that's still quite a lot. Just because I think it works out cheaper if you buy the AMS and stuff at the same time. Okay, Black Friday, nice. Yeah, I'll have to keep an eye out. When is like, seems like Black Friday is every other week sometimes, and then sometimes it's like not for ages. I don't really understand when Black Friday is meant to be. Or anything like that. I did watch a video the other day, I don't know if you guys know Mellow Labs, he done one, which I'm assuming would work out cheaper because he had like assemble it all. And the quality seems pretty good on that one. But I don't think I'd be prepared to put in the amount of work he did to solder. It wasn't just soldering, he was like assembling the entire thing. It took like an entire day. Cool, I'm not seeing any visual damage on this. Okay, yeah, I was looking near Christmas time, but I ended up getting the microscope. Oh, what's going on, MK Fix? How you doing? Yeah, I love controllers, as you can probably see. I've got these are ones I've finished in the last couple of days. I might branch out onto something else, but they're really good for learning. So these are all the ones I've done in the last couple of days. This orange one is my favorite. It is completely like custom shell and everything. So it's got like the official Microsoft PCB and all the components inside. All the buttons and everything are the original ones. And then there's custom thumbsticks and a front and back case. And I upgraded the sticks to the new Ginful ones, the TMR ones. I do have another like controller mod I want to do soon with, if I can get to it. Too many plastic boxes around at the moment. It is a transparent one, and I have, can I get into this box? There you go. So I have, okay, I just dropped my phone. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you for sending people over, JFix. Yeah, I'd never seen like an orange one either, and I was just like browsing on AliExpress, and somebody in the like review section had posted a picture of theirs they'd done, and I was like, oh my god, that looks amazing. Like black and orange just goes so nice together. But yeah, this one I picked up, it's like very 90s style. Yeah, semi-transparent. So I thought that was like super cool. And I have these, and also like some white ones. And the button set that you would get on the blue controller, But I'll put them with like a black shell, but not a black shell, this transparent one, but then the black bumpers and everything. And then I have some purple ones here. So that'll be fun. But I was also thinking, because I did try to take apart this board the other day. Yeah, I'm the same when it was time to upload so like an AliExpress video. I'm just like, oh damn, more money to spend. Yeah, this one is for an Xbox One. This is like a power A controller, but it's got like loads of LEDs, like the COB, like the cob, is a circuit on board LEDs on there. And then on the case, like there's a cutout and like all the stuff lights up and everything. And I was thinking something like that could be quite cool to try to modify onto an Xbox, because you could use like a 5 volt, and there is a 5 volt line on here and a ground, and then maybe with a transparent case. But I don't know if I want to like butcher up a board, to be honest, to do that. I don't have like a grinding pen or anything, but there are test pads. So we'll see how that goes. That's just like an idea, possible. So I need to try and get these bumpers looked at, don't I? I'm awful for getting like sidetracked and things. Blob chip. Yeah. Yeah, I would like to try some other types of like things. I'm not too sure. Like I was eyeing up like some bright yellow Game Boys on eBay the other day, and maybe like a PlayStation Mini, because I think they're meant to be like white if I remember correctly, and I think the original PlayStations are grey, and just white stuff is just more satisfying to restore. Because I've got not the best UV light, but I've got this UV light just perfect for like current solder, but it's not too bad. I was thinking either get a better one or a couple of these for when I'm like whitening plastics. You can use like one of these plastic boxes. So I've got one here. It's got a controller balancing on top of it, like a plastic box like this. And you can put the UV light on top of it, and you can put your stuff inside of it then. So I was thinking maybe if I get a couple, it might be better. Just for like whitening plastics. Yeah, it's perfect for like masking, but I was saying for like whitening plastics and stuff. If I like do restore any older consoles, like ones which are meant to be white, I've got this stuff here on your small bottle, like 40 volume peroxide. So I use that, and then some cling film to wrap up whatever I'm whitening. And I normally put that in a box, and I just pop this on top until it runs out of battery. It's not the best, but it's what I've got currently. In time, I might be like, yeah, I do need stronger ones, yeah. I'm hoping over time. Yeah, I've not tried Retro Bright itself. That's like an actual like branded product, isn't it? I think I have seen a couple of like restoration videos where people using a couple of different things though. Ooh, an 80-watt version. I imagine how much is that? I was looking at some like the big floodlight ones on AliExpress, but they were like, I think they were a couple of £100, and I was like, yeah. I'd like one of them, but I'd need to whiten a lot of plastics to get my money's worth. Will this come out now? It should only be them plastic things sold in now. Unless I've missed a screw somewhere and I'm just being blind. I don't use too much force. Yeah, I missed the screw. Right, literally right in front of me in the middle as well. There you go. Now it comes out nice and easy. Yeah. That's just a bit of flux. Okay. So, which bumper was it? It was the right one, I think. So it'll be on my left side. I can't see any damage. Let's take it off. 46 watt damn. Yeah, that's still crazy bright though. 46 watt. I would like to do some LED project at some point though, so I might potentially try to make one. Oh, there goes all the buttons. And a chunk of plastic from somewhere. Ah, I know exactly what that is. And that answers the question why the bumper's not working. Okay. I've contacted these a few, but I can't seem to find where my activator is. It's just gone hiding, so I have to buy some more. Yeah, the bumper plastic's broken, yeah. At least that's one problem, well not solved, but worked out. Still need to work out why when I plug it in via the USB, it's not doing any like data, I guess, because it knocks on, so it's getting power. Oh, nice. Everything else seems to look okay, to be honest. Apart from like a little bit of dust. Oh, and some grime. Okay, it snapped right off of the base as well. Like, I literally don't understand what some people do to controllers. I think it's like some serious game outrage. Like I fixed one earlier where the joystick had been like completely ripped out without taking any of the outer shell off. Like you've got to have some serious built-up brace to do that. These are quite grubby though, so I'm going to put all of these into a box and get them ready to clean. So they're eyelash or free pube, one or the other. It's nice of them. Gotta love a freebie. So we'll have to keep this out for now because this is going to have to like be repaired somehow. I do have a replacement one though, like literally right here, which is across the room. Yeah, I know that feeling. Or if they're like playing Fortnite or something, so I don't know whether to switch and just replace it with this one. I'd rather try and repair this one first, wherever I put it up here. But if we don't have any like repairing it, I do have one right here. So we're in luck. Yeah, people do need to stop the controller abuse. I don't know what people do to some of the controllers. It's ridiculous. Hopefully I'm not missing any buttons. Oh yeah, there's two, yeah. The one thing I've got to remember though when I put it back together. Oh, hi Ace. Oh, it's Ace. Hi Ace. Everybody's popping in to say hello today. Yeah, when I put it back together so often, I forget to put this back in. Or the motors, when you pick it up and you're like, well, this feels awfully light. So yeah, I think these all need cleaning. Oh, another good thing. First time using these magic sponges or magic erasers. And I had like some plastic scuffs, where somebody must have like just like hit it against plastic or rubber. And I always struggle to get them off. I try using cotton buds, IPA, but I cut up a little square of this stuff and some IPA. I had to press quite hard, but it came up like new. So I was really surprised, pleasantly surprised. Because I've seen people using them. I think they're the same as the nano sponges. I cannot remember what the actual like material's called though. Like it's like material or chemical or something like that. Not too sure what the correct term is. Like I know Magic Sponge is like a brand. Okay, they didn't want to come off. The little rubber things are still intact, which is good. Ah, melamine. Ah, that's what they're called. Oh, thank you guys. I knew some did now, but both of you knew. I'm awful at remembering the names of things. Yeah, I think the mid frame I'll just give a quick wipe over and I'll clean around this because I really can't be bothered to reroute all of these, take the D-pad cover off and undo the cable. It's not too bad. Oh, the nano sponges are not the same material. Oh, okay. That I didn't know. So are the nano sponges more absorbent or? Because I've never used the nano sponges. I've seen Nanofix using them though. Good old Zach. Are the nano sponges really good then? Do they, I'm assuming the melamine sponges would just like break up over the board. Ah, okay, yeah, they are abrasive, the Magic Sponge. I think that's how they worked on it. They kind of like break down, I think, and the smaller pieces. I'm assuming they go into like the nooks and crannies, like the dips and valleys. This is one I was using earlier, a little piece of one. Mantons? I'm assuming it's like a brand. So do we try to repair this? I think I'm going to need to get another needle lock because this one's completely blocked up. Yeah, I'm currently using Q-tips still just because they're like really cheap and just using like Johnson baby cotton buds. I think they're like £1 something, I think. For all of these, there's 200 in the box. But yeah, they do leave little like hair fibers and stuff. So I would like to get something better. But they're much better than just using a brush. I do use a brush as well, but I try to clean up as much as I can first. So I'm not just spreading flux everywhere with the brush. Change the sponges. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to give them all a test just to see how they actually are. I'll be back and I'm going to go and get the needles for the like little dispenser needles. I've got them all stored in a little dispenser bottle that I bought, and I've never actually used the bottle to dispense things. It's just been used to store these in. That's the correct use of a dispenser bottle, right? For dispensing, you know, needles. It's my own fault. I need to unblock this one with like some acetone, but I don't have any at the moment. Ah, the little pointy ones, yeah. Zach was on about them. I've used them ones to like try to clean print heads, and I found them bad for that particular purpose because they're like disintegrate. But like the way Zach was using them for like dabbing away like solid mask and clean things up, just like a little bit, not like rubbing. They seem perfect for that because they're like small and pointy. But as JFix we're using, it's good to have different stuff on hand for different jobs, and that is one of them things that is good for certain instances. The top, I don't know, is this not the top? I think these just like screw onto here like this. I do need to get some more, but I thought like they would have been cheaper, to be honest, considering how cheap you can get like some other stuff on AliExpress. It wasn't expensive, but I thought I'd be able to get like a bunch of them for a few £. Because then it's just like a really cheaply made plastic bottle. It's probably going to split after I squeeze it too many times. 3 pieces. Oh, okay. Like you have a piece that goes on top, or like maybe like a lid or something. Yeah, this was probably the cheapest one I could find. It was probably one of the bundle deals or something. Because, yeah, the plastic does not feel great on it. I feel like the seam is just going to split at some point. Some good old Mitre Bond. If anybody's got any good recommendations for like, I haven't tried any UV glue yet. And I've also seen somebody using circuit board glue before. So if anybody's got any good recommendations for like, different adhesives and glues and stuff like that I could use for different bits and pieces, maybe on circuit boards, plastics. There's screw tops on here. Okay. Yeah, sounds like you've got a much better quality one. Yeah, I'm cheap. I was just like, okay, what's the cheapest one I could find? Where's this plastic? This stuff should set up without the activator. I think it just takes real life UV rays in. Okay, yeah, I've looked at that. I think I have. I'm not too sure what brand of the UV mask I have. Oh no, that's Mechanic. That one is. I think it might have been the Mechanic when I was looking at. I'm not too sure. I thought I'd lost that for a second then. Let's have a look at which way is this meant to go so I don't glue it on backwards. I'm assuming the flap bit goes pointing inwards. Like this. Okay. So we'll try and glue this because the structural stuff isn't it? Oh, it's meant for foam frame repair. Ah, okay. Tool buffer glue. Okay. Yeah, I've never tried any of the tool stuff myself. I want to get it just because of how like ridiculously cheesy their like their brand logo or catchphrase, tagline, whatever you want to call it is. Tool is cool. It's like it's so uncool that it's cool. So I want to try some of this stuff purely for that, and it must be half decent because I've seen a lot of people using it, including Zach. It's bloody little haze everywhere after opening this controller. I want to be gluing little haze to the board. Can I get any glue trucks here? There you go. I'm hoping that's going to be enough. But we will see. So which way was it now? The flat bit pointing towards the outside. Oh, This wants to move around. This would be so much easier if I had the activator. That is far from ideal. Trying to like balance it on there currently, which is probably not making good contact for strength. But we'll put that to one side carefully and just hope that it sets without the activator. If not, then I will have to have a hand for the activator. Not right now because it's quite late. Oh, okay. What glue was it? The tool buffer glue. Okay, yeah, that sounds good then. I'll have to definitely try some of that. Yeah, it's not good. It's on your mat. But that sounds awfully good for sticking and gluing stuff. Is that like a UV cured one or like a two-part one? Because I'd like to get a mix, because sometimes I'm assuming if it's like underneath something and the UV light can't get to it, then it's not going to cure or cure properly or fully. I cannot find where the isopropyl it is now. No, never mind. It's on the bottle. I'm going to try and just quickly see if I can clean some of this glue off this needle so I don't block this one as well. Don't think that's actually worked. That's probably just solidified the glue in there, if anything, to be honest. I'll just put that to the side. I'll have to get some acetone and just give it a soak. Little white holder that Anna showed. Ah, wait, I think, did you do a video on that, JFix? I think I might have seen that. I'm sure I seen somebody getting one of them like wipe holders for these wipes, isn't it? Because I also bought them based on Zach recommendation. The Kim wipes. Just don't let Zach anywhere near me. Will blow his nose with them and you'll have 0 left. I wasn't using them a massive amount until lately. But yeah, they're really nice, good wipe. Nice and strong. Do you know what they kind of remind me of? But dry. When you go to like KFC or something and you get them little wipes in the foil pack and they're like all folded, like really small to like wipe your hands with. I don't know if they're the same material. I think they might be. Because they're like, I don't know what they're made of. It seems like paper, but it's not, is it? Okay, it dries itself. Okay. So is it like a water-based one and like you put it just wherever and then it just like evaporates and dries over time? Or is there like a two-part where you mix it? Because I would like to look into like some two-part stuff because I've always had good experience with just using like two-part epoxies, two-part like fillers and stuff like that, especially with longer shelf life. I find like water-based stuff sometimes has a shorter shelf life and isn't as effective then. Especially if it comes to like, I know this is like not PCB and board repair, but like wood filler. I've had bad experience with mostly, with like water-based ones. You buy them and you can put them sealed, put them in a box as well, and they're still nowhere near as good as they are when they're fresh. But the two-part ones I've had sitting forever. Yeah, JB Weld is great. Use JB Weld to repair so many things. It's ridiculously strong. Like the Quickset JB Weld is okay, as well as fairly strong, but the original JB Weld is ridiculous. Electric dispenser, like a flex tape. Nice. Yeah, I'm sure, did you show that off in that video? I'm sure it was you done the video on it. Either that or I'm just like dreaming of like videos. So, this has an issue on the USB port. How would I go about diagnosing this? Because the sticks, I think, seem fine. We figured out what the bumper issue was. Um, the sticks, I didn't see any major drift, but if I can get the rest of it working, I would probably just upgrade the sticks, because I'm a bit mad. I just knocked that thing over. It's fine. Didn't move the glue. I've got sticks like everywhere. I think I might have some K-Silvers here somewhere as well. Yeah, it's a USB-C, and I tried plugging it in both directions. It powered on both times. The controller vibrated, but not a single button press was registering in Gamepad Tester. And then I plugged the controller in with batteries and paid it via USB, and the buttons were all working fine, apart from obviously the right bumper, which we figured out why. But yeah, all the other buttons work fine via wireless, but none of the button inputs are registering when it's plugged in via controller, but it does power on. I've done a visual inspection. The port doesn't look damaged in any way. The clasp is fine. Yeah, yes, I did. The cable, yes, the one same one I always use when I do all my controllers. I think it's a DJI one. Like, it's probably, it should be used in like a one I buy separately, because this came with a what do you call it? A gimbal, quite expensive DJI gimbal. Or DJI, I always call it DJI. But yeah, the cable's completely fine. I've done like other controllers today with the same cable as well. So hopefully I can figure this out, because otherwise it's going to end up like this other controller I've got to the side here. Yes, I do have a like one of these, is it? USB-C breakout. Like one of the little USB testers. I've never used this yet either. Do you reckon it'd work just fine plugged into just this board? Or do you reckon I'd need both boards with the jumpers connected? Because the power on LED is just on the back of this board. No, not one of these. Ah, okay. Then no, I don't. This is like one of the only little tools I've got, apart from the multimeter. I've just got this and this basically in terms of like testing tools so far, because most of the stuff I've just been doing is just been replacing battery contacts, bumpers, some sticks, to get a diode reading. Oh yeah, I could get a diode reading with this, could I not? Onto is this one diode mode? Or is that for continuity? Not for continuity, for capacitance, I can't remember. Then there we go. Voltage DC, voltage AC. Oh no, wait, sorry. That's diode, because it's got the diode symbol there, isn't it? So this one. So, with this? Oh no. I'm assuming there's probably quite a delay on the chat from the like the stream. Because I think I'd have to pull this into the microscope to have a look. Only on the motherboard pins. Only on the motherboard pins, not the other side of the connector. So on this one here. Just on this board, is that what you're saying? Let's have a look at it into the microscope. I'm running out of desk room here, though I keep placing everything right where my mouse is. Just not the smartest of ideas. Let me switch to the microscope quickly. Okay, let's put the multimeter down. quick look. It's quite hard to see under there. I can only see some of them because like the shield. This does have a 3D mode on it, but I've never really used it. Oh wait, is that a lifted pin on there? I can see something. To have like a tweezers or something. Like there. No, on these ones there is pads under here. That's why I haven't removed any of these yet, because you need hot air. Even though I did see some person, you know, like in an Indian in some video. It's like just heating the bottom of the soldering iron, but yeah, I really don't fancy doing that. But from the repair videos I've seen on this, you have to heat, because they're like roughly here somewhere. The pins, you can kind of see them if you look under there. And through holes then for the ground in the case. Yeah, I'll give it a go because I haven't bothered. Oh, also, well, I remember, I did say I would show you the brush collection. It does need expanding more. Ooh, dropping brushes. Let me switch back over to the overhead camera. Where's the top down? Move some of these tweezers. I do need to get, I thought I placed it on my last AliExpress order, but I didn't. It's like a little tool holder. It's got like a little section to hold some stuff and then like a little rotating section. Most of these are too big for this particular job. Some are great for cleaning like cases and plastic. We have a ridiculous amount of different brushes here. I think like a regular toothbrush would probably do. But different types of brushes, different materials. Tiny little ones. Thin, long ones. One of these really good ones. This one I need. That's looking a bit grubby, this one. Leaves this purple one. We do also have, these are like really low quality ones, cheap ones, like brass, like maybe steel or iron. Yeah, I've been looking at a little brush, like it's like a little flat one, but it's like better than this I've seen. Start using, yeah. Should do. There's a couple of stuff I do need to add to my like AliExpress list. But the problem is I keep adding like little things, and then before I know it, it's just like your order is like £100. TEP dental brush. What is that? TEPE dental brush. Is that like an electric type of like dentist brush or something like that, or just like a manual one like this? I don't think I've heard of that. Bristles are too close together on that one to actually get into the port. So one time this type of brush better is it's like a floss brush. That's not like one of them like water, no, it wouldn't be water powered for floss brush, but I've seen like some high pressure like water jets for like flossing. I was thinking of that for a second. I was thinking like, okay, that'd be a bit crazy to use on a PCB. Get some contact cleaner in here as well. So we've got some of this, which a lot of people freak when they first look at it. If they don't look at this part, you just like WD-40, just spray WD-40 in your pots. But yeah, it's the contact cleaner that they do. So we know we've got some in there. And we'll plug in the port. Plug in the port this way, and again this way, just to get some contact against the actual ports, and then I guess give it another wipe. It's much smaller brush. Oh, okay. I'll have to have a look at one of them at some point. I like brushes. It's super handy. So I don't know if with this now, if I should just like try and plug this in quickly and just see, because I think this has got the A, B, but yeah. So I can just use the tweezers across these contacts and see if it actually registers any inputs. Should knock on. Apparently not. I swear these normally knock on when they're not fully assembled. But I'm getting absolutely nothing now. Let's give the pot a bit of a blow. I think maybe if there is some of that contact cleaner blocking it because it's non-conductive, maybe that's causing an issue. Nope, that wasn't it. If I wiggle it, making no difference. Doesn't seem to want to power up at all now. Let me just quickly try putting these two balls together and seeing. Because I could just be misremembering, but I'm sure from past experience you can just. If I put it the right way. You can just power up the board on its own, the one board. Okay, now let's try it. Okay, apparently I was wrong. So let's try gamepad tester again quickly, just to see if that's made any difference. Because it would be nice if it was just a dirty port. Oh, wait, I'm getting an input there. Let's try the bumpers. Oh, was it really just a dirty port? And a broken bit of plastic? Okay. I think it might have been. That might have been a much easier fix than I thought. Yeah, fix, job done, there you go. If only I was like, is it Northridge fix? Where he's got somebody like assembling stuff for him. Just be like, here you go, done. On to the next one. But I probably should go and heat up my AC pizza. Yeah, exactly. Is the focus okay on this as well? Because on my screen, it looks slightly blurry. I don't know whether I need to look at like a better lens of some sort. This is like the standard lens that came with the camera. I also think because I'm using a wider aperture that I have a narrower depth of field. Yeah, give it to Big Boss. I need my own Big Boss, man. And I think if I got a if I could probably switch to a narrower depth of field, but then gonna have to grab another. It is a bit blurry. I thought it might have been, I'm using manual focus to see if I can like adjust it a bit. I think that's better. I'm not using the best of screens right now. No, it's not a webcam. It is a Canon M50. Oh, Andy's here. Hello, Andy. Welcome. It's a Canon M50 it is, but I think because I'm doing HDMI out, I don't think it can do it like full quality over HDMI out or something like that. And I could use the autofocus, but when I use autofocus over the HDMI out, you'll have that stupid little square popping up where it's trying to like autofocus and stuff. Yeah, I've got an optical zoom as well, so I can zoom in and stuff, if that helps. But the lighting is not as good, but I can use the microscope for the close-up shots. Or I could maybe point a bit a light from them. Yeah, I'm not quite as fancy to have a capture card. It is like a little like block, and it looks like kind of like one of these, a little metal thing. And it's got a USB port on one side and a HDMI on the other side. I think it was like £10, £12, maybe something like that. They were very cheap, so I was quite surprised that the quality is actually like, I can't tell how good it is, but it doesn't look complete arse, which I was quite surprised, because I wanted to get a Elgato Pro, I think they're called. I think that might be the one that Joey has. Just because it's got the multiple HDMI inputs and it's like a capture card, so you can go into like the PCIe slot. But they're like £400 or something. And I was just like, yeah, I'm Welsh. Yeah, how did you tell? Yeah, definitely need to get more lighting sorted. I do have 2 other lights around here. I have a aperture light, but I think that would be a complete overkill because it's like brighter than the sun. I don't have a softbox dome for that one, because after buying that one when I was like more into doing video, I didn't want to spend any more money. And I have 2, I think they're called Newer, just like some Chinese brand from like Amazon. I have 2, I think they're CFL bulbs. Chill out multimeter. Yeah, some people think I'm Irish as well. It's because I'm from like they call it the valleys or South Wales. We have quite like a strong accent. Accents are quite regional in Wales. But I guess they are all over the place in England too. Like somebody from Manchester doesn't sound like somebody from Bristol. You can get some quite good USB cameras these days though. Like I have a USB camera somewhere, so if I do decide to do like a face cam at some point, I might just use that for now, because I don't really want to spend more money on another camera. But I would like another camera to do maybe like side shots or close up, or maybe like some B-roll without having to remove the overhead cam constantly. But I don't really want to be spending too much all in one go, so I'm just gonna like space it out. Just gonna quickly knock on the ultrasonic cleaner so I can give the case and everything a clean. Just gonna let it preheat up to 15 degrees. And I guess as this is all like working and everything now, then I probably should change the sticks. I might quickly chuck it back in the case though, just to make sure it's fully functioning, even though I did just test the buttons by bridging the contacts and physically pressing the buttons like that. I don't want to go through the effort of like swapping the sticks and everything. I don't know if that's popping up on your screen. It's felt like it did my viewfinder inactive. That's the only downside about this camera. But this camera I already had. I'd had this camera for a couple of years. I think it's the Mark 1 as well. buy a microscope cam with a C-mount lens. Yeah, I did want to get a microscope with the C-mount, but then I would have had to buy like all the pieces separately. Okay, I need the mid frame for this, don't I? Okay, just really confused myself for a second. Oh yeah, I see. It's gonna be a fault there. Okay. Yeah, multitasking is not my strong point. I really confused myself then for a second. So I'm just gonna quickly pop this in here, pop one screw in just to hold it in place. M50 is a good car, maybe you need to tinker with the settings. Yeah, I think so, yeah. Like, I need more lighting, I think, just to balance it out, and then I need to adjust some of my settings, because to me, it looks overexposed. But then if I press this button here, it should show up on the screen, the settings. I know it is showing slightly overexposed by like 1. But a lot of the time it's showing slightly underexposed when it looks overexposed. But I do only have the light on the one side. So I need to figure that out. Yeah, it is handy to know the other board is required to have it working, because I could have sworn it wasn't that way. I really don't want to be fully assembling this though, just to get it working. Do we just yawl away for now, ultrasonic clean it, and then just then fully assemble it? I think I'm confident enough that it's working. Just because I'd like to at least get these sticks out today, because it's getting kind of late-ish. Probably stream until maybe like half-past-ish. So like another 20 minutes, and I don't have an RTA station. So I'll quickly put that on one side. Fairly confident that this seems to be working. So I'll quickly go and dump all of these into the ultrasonic cleaner. No, I'm not running ultra low latency. I'm not too sure in terms of the settings. I think I just clicked normal. Am I on top chat? I don't know. On my like chat preview window thing I've got on the OBS, it just says live, click live chat. The number test. What is a number test? I'm super new to any of these like terms and stuff. I want to get like Streamlabs or Stream Element set up, whichever one you guys think is best. Andy's good. Nice. Yeah, you're gonna have to teach me the ways, Andy. Because I'm pretty sure I got the same microphone as you. I'm sure this is the microphone I've seen you using. The DJI Mic Mini. I don't know if that's definitely the one you've got. But I was like, I think it is. And Andy's stream sounds decent. Okay, so all of them are going into ultrasonic cleaner. But my ultrasonic cleaner is nowhere near warmed up currently. It's on 17 degrees. Probably should have knocked that on a long time ago. So I'll just leave that heat up for a little bit longer before I knock it on. 17 degrees is not going to clean any dirt. Okay, chill out, viewfinder. Ah, okay. Okay, yeah. Say a number and then we type it. Okay, so I will say a number now. 1. Okay. Yeah, that's quite a while. Damn. Yeah, that's quite a delay then. Like, I don't know, at least 40 to 50 seconds maybe, I'd say. Yeah, J-Fix just wanted to win. I think he's got a competitive edge to him. Maybe like 50 seconds or something. I didn't like time it, but it felt like quite a while. I start at the bottom of saying drop frames 3.4%. I got like a 2 bar 62k kilobits per second. I don't know if that helps at all. But I have only got, I think like 7 meg upload and like 32, 34 down. It's like really appalling. But it's the best I can currently get in my area until they upgrade in the next year. Apparently, they plan to upgrade to full fibre in the area. So I will be getting full fibre straight away. So that should help significantly. And yeah, first time using this tip, and it was pretty good. I do want to try was it the BC? I think that's what it was called. Which one was it? Yeah, I still want to try this one though. That's the one I thought I was putting in, but I wasn't paying enough attention. Yeah, BC2. Because I think it'd be good for like doing these bits, the motor wires and stuff. Do I need to adjust the focus again on this maybe? No, I'm using a board holder. Is that better? Yeah. Yeah, I'm just copying anything that Andy does, I'm just copying, just like, But no, so it's a pretty good one. It had like a ridiculous amount of sales. I did have an issue with the screen, just like flickering and just doing like crazy stuff. But it hasn't done that in a while. I did try to like deal with the AliExpress customer support. Yeah, that was no use at all. I think they just gaslight you more than ChatGPT. What tip do I need for this? I'll quickly just flood these up with some leaded solder before trying to remove them. Yeah, I think it's just like the cheapest one. I was looking at the metal one, and I think you haven't got the screw one on it. I think you just slot it straight in or something. It looked better, but it was a little more expensive. This one, yeah, it was nice. I think it's a quicker one as well, I think. It's pretty handy. You can hold your sponge or your brass wool or whatever you want there. Okay, yeah, this is the 952. But yeah, it's pretty handy. The only downside is with it, I wish it was a little bit longer. I don't know if you can see in there when I put it in. The tip kind of like fouls. It doesn't seem to be doing it now. But it kind of like fouls against the back edge very slightly. If it's like up slightly or at a certain angle. But this wasn't super expensive. I can't remember how much though. But it's just handy when the tips are really hard. I could just pop them in. It hasn't got like an actual quick change though. I was looking at the other one that people are looking at, the JBC clone. Ah, known for that problem, I recommend the 951. Ah, okay. But yeah, I've seen the components internally on. They look super like simple because you can buy like a kit, and the kits look like pretty simple. I can see how they make them so cheap though, because it's literally just extruded aluminium. They must just chop it down and then just put a front and a back plate on it. It's quite interesting how the Chinese produce stuff so cheaply. I think like anybody else should be like, okay, we're going to mill that out of like solid block of aluminium. Okay, that viewfinder thing does not normally show up like that. Seems to be showing up all the time lately for some reason. It's quite irritating. I'll have to figure that out. I don't know what to start popping up before. Oh, I forgot to put this into just on a cleaner. Yeah, I'm not too sure if I've seen any of the 951 showing up when I was looking, but if I do, tired. I know it is pretty late. I don't get like tired while there's like lights on. As soon as you knock the light off, I'll be like super sleepy. But I've got like lots of bright lights shining on me right now, so it's not too bad. Let's get some solder on my tip. But I will be settling down lately. You can call me either, it makes no difference, TCF, pitching. My name is Mitchell, so you can call me that if you really want to. Oh, thank you, Jazzmad. Jazzmad, I'm sure I've seen you on, I think, Nano streams before. It's nice to see so many people popping in. I thought I'd be sitting here talking to myself, to be honest. It's such a good community we have here. Definitely motivates me to do this kind of stuff more often. I have like a bunch of projects I'd like to do, different bits and pieces. It's not always going to be like repairs. I'm trying to think, I've tin demo. I should probably give you guys a better view with a microscope. I think that'd probably be a bit more enjoyable for you guys. Nothing super enjoyable I'm doing right now, I'm literally just adding some additional solder to these. Yeah, we do have a good community, definitely GFix. But I find if I add a little bit of solder to these before using the tool, they come out a bit faster and a bit easier. Where am I looking on the board? Should we list right here? No, never mind. It's there. Try to get a focus. There you go. That's probably a bit of a better view for you guys to see. A bit closer up. Let me move these lights out the way. I do need a smaller tip for this. As you can see, this tip is like huge for doing this. So, should I try using one of the other ones maybe? For this? I'm just used to using this really large tip. It's got good contact. What have I actually touched? So, nice quality. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I think if I had a better capture device, I might get better quality coming out with the equipment I have, because the microscope is pretty good. It's a 3K microscope apparently. It's the Tomlov one. I cannot remember which ones I've already done, to be honest. I bought other tips as well, so I wouldn't have to struggle doing stuff like this with a large tip and a fitter and stuff, and I'm still using the really large tip. Try not to catch any of these test points. Hopefully I'm not covering too much with my hands or anything here. Oh, what the... Okay, 1 second. Just check a bit of flux there. There you go. There's the side lights. Yeah, the side lights are great, yeah. It's surprising how much lighting makes a difference. That's what I'm thinking. I've got another softbox I could use, like the one I'm using now. I'm thinking I might set that up soon. But I would be better off switching to like some LED lights rather than these CFL ones. They're good, they got good color accuracy, but they're probably not cheap. Soldering since about like doing PCBs and stuff like that. This since Christmas, I think. But I did do like some soldering with a cheap like £10 Duratool, like old school style one, on some like ESP32s, soldering some wires onto there for LED controllers. Yeah, it looks okay. It's just, I don't know, I'd like even higher production quality just to look like super professional, but I understand, you know, that takes time and costs money. It's just, I think the better the quality, the more enjoyable it is going to be for people to watch. I think I've already soldered to all of them. That should be okay. So I'll switch tools now to the other one. The soldering attachment. Soldering attachment? I think that's the right word, is it? The joystick tip attachment, which I am slightly scared of, to be honest, because you want to keep it like nice and tinned. I don't know if you can see that big blob of solder right there. One day I shook it a bit too hard and a giant blob fell off, burnt right through my trousers and burnt the inside of my thigh. It's quite painful. So yeah, pro tip of the day, don't shake your soldering iron around like a madman. Can't remember if I was shaking it or if I burnt myself and like went like that. But I remember it was from moving the soldering iron quickly. So let's switch this tip over. The holder comes in really handy for this. Just pop them right in. It's Andy laughing at my pain. Yeah, it was really sore for days. This thing takes a little bit longer to heat up. And I have my little get or helping hands. That's what I used to use, because I used to mainly do wires, and this is what I had before a microscope. So I'd be like inspecting boards like this basically, for like the first 2 boards I'd done, which is okay, but I had to then do a trace repair on this area, and I needed a board. Yeah, that would have been a clip worthy. I was like screeching like a little girl. I was like, ah, ah, ooh, ah. Okay, let's pull this holder out and try to clear some room on the desk. In terms of like clips and stuff, I'm too sure how that works on a stream. If it's like done automatically, or if you'd have like screen capture it, or is that something I can set up with like a bot? Okay, that's almost the temperature. The temperature readout's holding steady 360. It's not jittering at all, which means it should be a temperature, but it might just, there you go, it's starting to smoke slightly now. I don't know if you can quite see that on camera. I want to try and get some excess solder off the end of this though, to be honest. Okay, 20 seconds maybe. I don't know, I haven't got the best concept of time, I'm going to be completely honest. I do need to wick some of this excess off here at some point. Trying to make sure if any holes look empty, that there's solder in them. The way I do this is like quite a long-winded way. Shake it off. Hell no. Not the last time. I'm terrified of this thing. Yeah, I'm hoping to just like upgrade the equipment and stuff over time if it goes well. It's just gonna keep up with like ideas and projects basically. To keep up with. I will have to try and I've got a tripod and stuff, so if I do some other types of projects, I guess I could fill in with the tripod. So can I get this to, there you go. Give that a little bit of a wiggle. And that's that. Which is crazy how easy it is compared to the first time I tried to do it. Yeah, I didn't have any tool or any hot air. I was just like trying to heat these and pull it out. And yeah, I'm surprised I didn't do more damage to the board, to be honest. I was at a point where I was getting like frustrated with the board and I was using like quite a lot of force. Don't think this is quite clicking down here. There you go. The only problem with this now is this tip is ridiculously hot. And it takes forever to cool down. But I will give it like a minute or two just to cool down there. And I will remove it with these pliers. Because this thing being so big, it just holds its temperature for ages. Like, the iron's off right now. Excuse me. Burping, yeah, the iron's off right now, and this is still completely liquid, all the solder. Oh, it looks like I did catch a test pad there. Because there's a little bit of solder on there, but that's not the end of the world. I probably should try to clean this a bit while the board's got a bit of heat in there. Make my life a bit easier. There's nothing more difficult to clean than burnt flux. It's an absolute nightmare. I learned that lesson the hard way. After like not stopping halfway through to clean and just persisting and trying to fix something or desolder something. I think I need more isopropyl. I do want to get a hot air station. I'll probably get the one that Joey recommended. I think that was like around £40 or something like that. Even though I did want to get the, what's it called, the Arton T something or other. That one is like it's closer to 200, I think. Or I might go for like a mid-range one. That's like around 100 or something. because I have here the ones with the heating element in the like the station itself rather than the handle. Much better. I burnt more flux on this than I normally do. So this is a little bit more of a difficult clean. Or maybe I waited a bit too long because I was too busy chatting away. That was probably what happened. I just knocked my cotton buds off the end of the desk. Great. Only a couple of them fell out the box. It's nothing major. But it just means I've now got to get up and go and get them. This is coming up okay. I don't think I need to be overly thorough right now because I've still got to like wick all of this. Just wanted to get rid of most of that flux so I didn't burn it. Invest in a good station. So we'll last. Yeah, probably will, Tans. It's just, I don't know. I'd like to have a hot day. That's the problem. It's like, I wait a little bit longer, get like a better one, or get a, I forgot what I was saying now. Yeah, basically get a cheaper one now means I'm going to wait, or wait longer and get a better one. And I'm quite impatient. That's the problem. Just because there is one or two controllers thing I've got here, the USB port is a little bit finicky on, and I'd like to swap the USB ports over on them. So if I can be patient enough to wait, I'll probably get a better one. I think Learn Electronics Repair, I think that's the channel name. He was on about, I don't know if he did very well, but saying he might look at reviewing one of the mid-tier ones for about £100 with the blower in the base unit. Yeah, that is the problem. Yeah, sometimes when you are learning, sometimes better tools just make stuff a million times easier because you're not going to overcome any of the pitfalls, I guess it'd be called, in the in that cheaper hardware or cheaper item. So yeah, that's normally how I remove that ball of death right there. And I'll scald myself. So I think a knife tip is probably going to be the best for wicking and stuff. I do need to get some more wick though. I probably should try some better quality wick as well because this is Tawat. Sounds like the word twat, to be honest. Tawat. Like maybe if you say like twat in a Chinese accent. Tawat. Maybe they like secretly trying to insult us. But yeah, you can see I've used almost all of this. I have some more somewhere and I'm hoping I can find it. I'm probably going to have to end the stream shortly though, just because it is getting quite late and I do not want to be streaming into early hours of the morning. But we will do like a little bit of wick in here. How come you don't leave it mounted to the iron shaft? Because on this particular one, you don't need this casing on to stop it slipping out. But you can't actually take it out with the shaft on, so I wouldn't be able to remove it. But if I do get like a better soldering station, because I've been looking on them GBC copies, I would then just leave this. Oh my god, that's hot. Do not pick that up. Thank god I was wearing gloves. Yeah, that's still really warm. I completely lost my train of thought now. Yeah, if I do get another soldering station, I'll just leave this one permanently attached for the soldering thing. But then I might get a hot air station, so I won't actually need that then. So we'll see what happens first. Wicking, that's what I'm doing. I will need to get some more, but for this at some point, I've only used that much in the last like month maybe. So that's pretty good. But I do have another one here. I think it's the same brand as my flax. It's absolutely awful though. this stuff. I would not recommend this one to anybody. It says no clean. Like it just means can't be cleaned. Because yeah, it's awful to clean. I do have this one though. It's a potty to use, but it's good. This is what I used to use before. This is a no clean one as well, but it is literally solid with like little crystals in it. You can like put your iron in it and just like melts them and then like dip wires or pull a little bit off, put it on the board, and it just melts with the heat. But this stuff is just more convenient to use. Seems good for surface mount and stuff. I haven't tried like the Amtech or anything like that yet. I don't know what people's recommendations are for flex. I should probably go and watch Nano's videos on them. I watched like the one where he cleaned a bunch, but I think didn't he do another one the other day? I don't think I watched that one yet though, to be honest. Yeah, I was just, I don't know if I think I done it off camera, you guys couldn't see. Obviously, you guys know this anyway, there's flex inside the braid, but being a cheaper one, it's not the best. And I found good results with just rubbing the tip against it just to get a tiny little bit on. And I will pull over the microscope to give you guys a better view. Because I just normally do this all by eye without the microscope for this. So only really if I'm doing trace repair and trying to look at any of the SMD components, I will actually use the microscope. Let's try and find the right area. The frames don't seem great coming from this. Okay, so it's that area. Can we get the board steady in place? So there's a little bit of cleanup work to do here. This doesn't seem like it's working. Okay, 1 second, let me knock my iron up by 10 degrees. And make sure my solder has got my iron has got a tiny bit of solder on it. Because that did not seem to work up. Oh, okay, I know. Let me just retin this tip and then clean it off quickly. Should work fine this time, hopefully. Let's try another one. Let's try this other ground. There you go. That one's working up nicely there. I think that's empty. No, it's not. There you go. It's one empty. No, actually, what I'm going to do is start from the top and work my way down. Because I start at the bottom sometimes and I clear that and then I touch it with the wick and fill it again. I probably should change the wick, but it'd probably be fine to clear a few more, yeah. These will clear much faster because they're not grounds, depending on how saturated my wick is. Okay, that's fine. We'll come back to that one in a second. I think it's having performance anxiety. Definitely going to need more wick though, because I got through loads of wick. Always try to cut a... I swear that was a bit of glove then. Put a little bit of flex on here, not much. And let's try to work the rest of these up. I probably should try to like cut the wick to make it a bit easier, or use a different tip. But it's fine. I'll come back to that one and add a little bit more solder into it. Oh, no. Thinking maybe it's using the microscope to throw me off. Maybe. You normally clear much easier than this. Let me try another bit of solder bread. So I normally clean these out a little bit easier. Yeah, I find it's quite methodical. I would like to get a hot air station not to just boom, 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 solder sucker. We do have a solder sucker here. Just like one of these cheap copies of the engineer solder suckers, mechanical ones. But normally I can normally wick these out really fast when I'm not like, I'm starting to get a little bit tired now, I guess. I'm not like chatting away. I'll like not look at the microscope and I'll just use my eyes to do these. Because using the microscope screen, it's just throwing me off, making it more difficult for me. I think it's because it hasn't got depth perception. It's fine once I get used to using it. But yeah, they're so much easier when I'm not looking at the microscope screen. Just takes a little bit of time for my brain or eyes to adjust when using the what's it called, microscope. I think this is fully saturated now. Am I able to get that one clear? Yeah. I'm not going to even bother attempting the other one with that same bit of wick. Because what I've learned from like wicking loads of these out is if you half wick them, like that one there, it's going to be a nightmare to clear out. So if I have like a bit of wick that's already pretty saturated, I'm better off not attempting to use that because it's only going to like clear half a hole. And then I have to add solder back in to actually clear that hole. I think it might be just because it's like, if it's half clear, it's a bit too low down to maybe reach it with the wick or something. What's going on, boy? Let's clear whatever this mess up here is. Okay, can't see where the, okay, I see. For a second I couldn't quite tell where the actual through holes were. Definitely will stream earlier next time. But because I'd only just set up this account, I couldn't stream for 24 hours. This is like the soonest YouTube would let me stream. Okay, I'll just add a little bit of solder into them ones and then try again. I think that one needs clearing and this one still needs clearing. So they normally do go a little bit easier than this. But I do normally concentrate a bit better as well. And I get some solder in there, yes. I'm going to have to clean this bowl as well. It's getting a bit dirty and burnt. Probably would be easy to see what I'm doing if I was looking at the microscope screen, but come on, take the solder. Okay. They should wake up okay this time, but I wanted to give this a quick clean. Oh, I forgot I knocked all the cotton buds off. That's one year I haven't got to get up. No, that's dirty, never mind. I do have to get up. Pick up all these cotton buds that I knocked on the floor. Just wish I had more desk space, to be honest, but I think regardless how much desk space I had, it would just get filled up. The more space I have, the more I'd use probably. But I am considering, I've got like little, I think you call them organisers, the little plastic drawer things. I might fasten them to the wall, just free up some space on the desk. But hopefully they come clean this time. I think I'll do this last one, and then I will probably wrap up the stream. But I'll probably, depending on what time I get home tomorrow, probably continue streaming tomorrow then, and finish doing them then. Which is a shame, because I would like to continue on. Didn't put, oh, that was almost a stupid move from me there. Came clean. Didn't put any flex on it. I realised and pulled. And he was kind of like slightly stuck to the board, the wick was. Could have ripped up a pad there. I'm glad I didn't. So let's clear these out now. I'm not seeing it wick in it. Hopefully we don't have any like really stubborn ones. But we probably will. It's just my luck. Whenever you want something to go easy, a nice fast job. Nope. We are getting a couple of stubborn ones, yeah. They just don't want to clear up. Which is it's quite typical, isn't it? When you're off camera, things go perfectly. When you're on camera, things don't go as well. Isn't that proving really stubborn, isn't it? I'll give them one more try with the solder now quickly, see how that goes. Solder the wick. Yeah, I think I am getting tired. My words are getting all jumbled up and everything. I'll give them one more try with the wick now, and then I'll try the solder sucker if not. Just forgetting to put some flux onto here. Just add a little lead free. Yeah, I have had lead free. That's why oh no, I had a little lead free. I don't have any lead free. I only have leaded solder. I haven't ever bought any lead free solder or anything. I'm just not heating it for. There you go. Sometimes it's probably just me not making proper contact with the tip. There you go, they cleared up finally. Not 100% happy with this bottom one here, and we still need to clear that, on this top one here. No, that didn't clear. Something's leaded. Okay. Yeah, it's quite late. But I want to at least get this one side done first and cleaned up. And then when I come back tomorrow, I'll do the other side. And off camera I will, because the stuff's already in the ultrasonic cleaner now. And I've got to take some like washing out to the washing machine. My ultrasonic cleaner is currently in the kitchen. So when I go to do that, I'll knock the ultrasonic cleaner on to actually like clean and ultrasonic. Yeah, that's going to need some more solder. It's been stubborn. I'll just get this one here quickly. That's clearing out nice. I think that's empty. Yeah. So I think it's just the one, or is it the two? I can't see. Let me get a bit of solder. It's a good little tip. don't know if at least you guys probably know this. You just got like a little bit of solder and poke it in if you're not too sure if your through hole's clear. Sometimes there could be like flux or something in it because that one lock blocked. This one is blocked apparently, and this one still is. So I did say I was going to give this one go and then use the sucker, but I think I'm just going to try one more time quickly with this. Get a little bit to go in there. Do definitely need a smaller tip because it's hard to actually not touch the tip and so I can't go. It's hard when I'm soldering to touch just the pad and not actually just be feeding it into the tip. And if I'm just feeding into the tip, it's not going to actually pull down where I need it to, which is into the through hole. I probably should clean this right now because it is starting to get a bit burnt, but I really haven't got the energy right now to do that, so I'm just going to give it a go as is. I'll try with a clean tip though, because I'm not a monster. I'm not going to be using a dirty iron tip, because I've done that in the past and I've scratched up all the board just because I had like loads of burn stuff all over the board. Let's do this one first because this is the ground, so it should be a little bit more difficult. I didn't put any flex down. Let's check a little bit on the board instead. A bit there, a bit there. Hopefully they clear up better this time. This one does not want to work, does it? Okay, let's just quickly wick this one up. This should just take 2 seconds. And try this one again. This one does not want to clear out, does it? I think with this one I will have to try the solder sucker on this one. It's proving very stubborn. Which one was it? Probably should have looked on the other side, shouldn't I? Okay, so it's this top one here. So let's pull up the microscope. We'll switch to the overhead camera again. Move that out of the way. Quickly add a little bit of solder to this. This normally doesn't take me this long. Don't want too much on it, that should be okay. Just enough ways I can get a little bit of thermal contact there. Grab the solder sucker. This is the one I've got. DPSS02. It's just a copy of the engineer one. And what I normally tend to do then is pop this on the back side. I use this differently to what most people probably would. I will pop it on the back there, over the hole. And then I will heat from the front until I know that's melted. And that's perfectly clear now. Because I've tried using it like the way you kind of like meant to. Just put that down and then go push, push really quick. But yeah, it just doesn't work for me. So I switch back to the scope now. We focus on that area again. As you can see, that's come up lovely and clean now. I do want to quickly go over that with a bit of wick, just because I'm being ridiculously fussy. I get them like little scabby bits off there. Even though you're literally not going to see them, it's going to be. I was going to say you're not going to see them. No, it's not going to be under the thumbstick. You would be able to see them. Where we'll just quickly clean this up, clean the flux, and then I'll probably start to wrap things up because I'm pretty tired. I'm assuming everybody else watching is probably pretty tired as well. It's a little bit scratchy there, that does. I think it just needs to build up a bit of heat. There you go. Okay, I think I'm happy with them. I think the microscope's not actually focused though. There you go, that should be a bit better for you guys. The battery life on this DJI mic is pretty good. I wasn't too sure how long it lasts, but it seems to have lasted really well, all stream and everything. I'm not too sure. I obviously don't have any order, I think, coming from down here, but I was thinking of getting a additional one. And I've got a receiver, because I think the receiver can receive up to two microphones. I may be having, oh no, because I think I could only have the same gain on one. But I was thinking it'd be nice to have one closer to the board so you can hear me like cleaning and doing the bits and pieces as well as my voice audio. But I wouldn't want to knock the voice audio one up like extra to be able to hear that, because I think it'd just make it too loud. It'd be nice if you could hear some of the board cleaning sounds and stuff maybe. I don't know. It's just a thought. But I'm pretty happy with it. I don't know if anybody knows how to ever see this like white stain in here on the board. I think it's like water damage, is it? I've tried cleaning that numerous times on boards. I've got one here. Let's see when it's water damage. See, this one's absolutely covered. And this has been like ultrasonic cleaned and it just seems to come back. I've tried isopropyl alcohol and all sorts. I haven't tried any of them magic sponges, but I don't know if they'd be a bit too abrasive to use on this. I don't know. If anybody's got any tips on how to like permanently remove the white stain in, then it would be much appreciated, because I will clean this up here. I'm rubbing fairly hard and firmly on it. And I'm pretty sure this will just like reappear once it like fully dries. Smell like bone. You can still kind of see it there. Ah, okay. Do you know if there's any way to get rid of it then? Just because it just looks, as like you've seen on the other board, it looks really bad. And I would like to eventually like sell some of these controllers on once they've been restored and upgraded, but if they look like that, I'd feel bad. I want things to be in, good condition, perfect for people if I'm selling them. So this one I'm pretty happy with. We'll give, I guess, once over on the back side of this, just in case any like flux or anything has come through. But that's one nice clean board there, to be honest. Yeah, close your eyes. Yeah, that's one good way to not see it anymore. So yeah, I'll probably wrap up the stream now in the next couple of minutes. This one we will do tomorrow. I just need to clean out the holes, and then I will probably put these ones on. Cheers, thank you very much, Jasmine. It's been nice chatting with everybody. I think I'll put these ones in probably. The issues with both of these though, they are for the Xbox, but the legs seem to be like about 1 millimeter shorter than the other ones. So they're really difficult to solder and they look a little bit janky sometimes. I have no idea why. You can see it says Xbox on there. And the only board I know that's thinner, as far as my way in terms of the leg length, I think it's for like PS4 controllers. I think it's just the manufacturers being lazy and just producing one type. So yeah, it's been good, guys. I just realized it's just gone midnight. It's probably not good. I've got a work and stuff in the morning. So I think I'm going to wrap up the stream here. I really appreciate everybody who's popped by. It's been good, especially for a first stream. I didn't think it'd go this well. I appreciate the support of everybody who's popped by. Any like tips, help, advice anybody's given me as well. It's always much appreciated. I'm hoping, depending if I'm not too tired, when I get home from work tomorrow, how things go, either tomorrow or the day after, I will be hoping to do another stream again, where we'll finish up this controller, potentially discuss some ideas. I do have a ratty old Turtle Beach headset around here because I've got some ideas for trying to turn like old headsets into like wireless. But I've been looking at like the models on like AliExpress and the reviews, and the quality doesn't seem great, but I might have found a way that uses 2 separate modules to be able to do it, but I don't know if that's going to fit. So at some point I might like discuss that on stream and maybe some other future projects. And thank you very much. I'm going to now end the stream and I'll talk to everybody soon. Take care, enjoy the rest of your night, everybody. And once again, thank you for stopping by.